Hello, welcome to the Crates Motel. My name's Conan. I swear on my life that I made a video where I gave away this TR909 kit. It's a special kit, and I swear I made a video where I gave it away. And I was going through my videos, and it would appear that I didn't. Let's jump in. Okay, I'm going for a slightly moodier look today. I've got a daylight balance light shining in here. It's supposed to replicate the fact that I've got a window there. There is actually a window there, but there's not enough light coming through. So I've got a daylight balance light coming through, shining on my face. But this side, nothing at all, just shadow. So it's kind of moody, right? New lens today as well. Well, not a new lens, it's an old lens. It's a very old lens, in fact, but I haven't used it before. I will name it in the description below. So anyway, rambling, let's stop rambling. The 909, the Roland 909, I don't really need to say very much about it. There are a million videos, possibly a billion, on YouTube and countless reviews, etc. on this drum machine. It's an absolute legend. It's right up there with the 808. I thought I'd given this kit away already, but I hadn't. And it's a bit of a special one, this one. It's my original 909. I recorded it in the early 90s. Well, I sampled it rather into an SP1200. I then recorded those samples onto Ampex 456 tape through a quite crummy mixer. I don't think it even had a name on it. I've got a feeling it was custom built. But it was beautiful. It was really tubey and very, very warm and crunchy. Had a real kind of Neve sound to it. Absolutely beautiful mixer. No idea what it was, but it sounded great. And into a TIAC 1/4" 4-track Ampex 456. I said that. And this kit is lo-fi. I mean, not like super lo-fi, but it's quite lo-fi. If you want a 909 kit that's super clean, directly from the drum machine straight into a SSL desk or recorded digitally or whatever, this is not your kit. But if you want a deep house or kind of French disco house, crunchy lo-fi 909 kit, then this kit is for you. And of course, it's absolutely free. I'm giving this away. I've used this kit on so many tracks. It's ridiculous. I've lost count of how many times I've used it. So as is the case with most of the kits that I've given away on the MPC, you can download the kit and there'll be a project folder where you can load up that project and it will have all the settings already done for you, the EQ, the compression. It'll be in its own drum kit basically, but also the WAVs are available if you don't have an MPC and you just want to load it into something else, or you just want to use individual sounds, or of course you want to make your own drum kit and just use some of the sounds. But I've provided a project in there so all the hard work's done for you, so you could literally load up this drum kit and then go from there and all the hard work's done. And obviously you can tweak it as well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through very, very quickly what I've done for you at a program or track level. I've done fairly normal kind of drum bus type of thing. Let's just go through the sounds first. Listen to the SP1200-ness of it. You can hear that little ring in some of the sounds, not all of them, but some of them. So I've got 2 kicks. That one, you can hear the ring there. Oh, it's gorgeous. 2 snare drums. They're just basically pitched down. I think they are anyway. There might actually be 2 slightly different snare drums. Closed hi-hat. 3 different open hi-hats. 2 claps. I mean, that I'm not 100% sure was even off the 909 because it sounds like it's been dragged through a hedge backwards. But it was in the kit, so I don't know. Maybe I sampled it from something else and it was in my SP1200 when I recorded it onto tape. So 2 claps, a rim shot. Put a little bit of reverb on that. I have on the claps as well, actually, but I'll explain that in a bit. Your 3 toms. Oh, you can really hear the SP1200 ring on that. Gorgeous. Then into bank B, we've got a couple of crashes. You can hear that they're cut a little bit short because obviously you don't have a lot of sample time on the SP1200. There's no lengthiness on that whatsoever, all cut down. So they're the sounds basically at track level. So it would be kind of like a bus. I haven't sent it to a submix. What I've done is I've given you a drum bus effects chain, basically. Compression, EQ, tube drive, and then the MPC 60 at the end. With the compressor, pretty standard drum bus setup, letting the transients through, short release. It's not really doing anything at all. You can change the threshold. Going onto the EQ, just giving you a bit of low end and rolled out a little bit of mud because they're a bit muddy, the sounds, giving you a bit of clarity, giving you a bit of magic dust on top. Now you have to be careful with the SP1200 with magic dust because of the aliasing, but if you love the aliasing, then push the highs. You're going to hear the aliasing a lot more. If you don't like the aliasing, you can roll off with your filters, not your low end, just your high end. That's entirely up to you. Depends on how much you like aliasing. Tube drive, giving it a little bit of drive, a little bit of saturation. Probably hear it on the snare. It's just a little bit of crunch in there. Very, very subtle. Then the MPC 60 at the end. So that's kind of your drum bus. At pad level on each individual sound, I have basically effects. Here we go. I've put air channel strip in on each one. So I've kind of like you would have an SSL desk set up. I think the air channel strip is kind of based on an SSL channel, roughly, I guess, judging by the sound of the curves and the compressor and that kind of thing. It's got a very kind of SSL compressor. But what I've really just done is, I'm not going to go through each individual sound because we'll be sat here for 10 minutes, but what I've done for you is I've taken each individual sound, I've rolled off some of the lows where needed, I've got rid of some of the mud where needed, I've brightened it up where some of it's needed, I've given you a little bit of low end where some of it's needed. The compressor, I've only really used on the claps and the snares just to give them a little bit of snap, a bit of punch, but it's there for you to adjust. I don't want to do all of the work for you, but I've done the heavy lifting as such. So you don't have to worry about that. With the, not the snares, with the claps, really, really subtle bit of reverb on there. And if you follow my videos, you'll know that on the returns, I always have a reverb and a delay. I've left them as the default because now MPC, now Akai actually have that as well. Apparently that was always the case on the Force, but it wasn't on the MPC as far as I'm aware, but they do now. But what I've done is I've added the Abbey Road EQ technique afterwards on each of them, which is basically where you roll off the lows up to about 600 Hertz and you take off the highs, anything above 10K roughly. That's not a rule, you can change that, but I've just set it up for you. What it basically does, especially on the reverbs, is it just gets rid of a little bit of the mud and a little bit of the kind of fog that can build up if you've got too much reverb going on. But at pad level, yeah, like I said, I've just literally, you can hear a little bit of reverb on the claps. It's just a classic kind of 909 sound to have a little bit of reverb. You could do it on the snares as well, but I've kept them kind of nice and punchy. So let's just make a classic style house beat just to show the kit in use.